Mijaelle, and today on Heartbeats we're talking to Robert Schröder, who co-founded Robroy Music. He is a composer, producer and musician, and he has a wealth of knowledge to share with you guys, so I really hope you get a lot from this. Thanks, man! When you started in the music industry, did you ever imagine you would become one of the best producers in South Africa?
Well, no, because I actually started as an accountant. I did articles after school, but I had a popular band, we had a record deal, and eventually I got into the record industry through this record deal, and they were looking for someone in publishing, and the engineer at EMI said, why don't I go try and get there, because it's a great job as professional manager of publishing, and the function there was, you know, you decide on repertoire for all the artists, so like you get overseas samples and songs from local acts, and then EMI artists will then record those recommendations. So it was quite nice. Plus, I would also be able to do my own stuff. It was fun. It was great, and we. Amazing thing about the music industry is when you start out, and if you have success early on, it kind of changes your perception. I was quite lucky. The first record I produced when I was at EMI, I had a band called The Attraction.
Yeah.
And I wrote a song called Scooby-Dooby Dum-Dum Day, which was a bubblegum song, but although I was quite a serious musician, I was more into the heavy rock kind of stuff. But my friend at EMI said, well, you should write the bubblegum is big. So I did this song, loosely based on Sugar by the Archies, but became a big hit. It was number 4 on the LM chart, which was big in those days, and we started doing some tours, so that was great. And then they released that it was also actually released in Germany. They did a cover version in Germany, and it made the top 10 in Belgium.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So that was great. And then I tried to follow it up, and the next 2 were flops, so that was a bit of a bring down. But anyway, you keep going, and then so it was. One thing about music is it's fantastic because you have a chance to write some music that connects with people, and hopefully they like it. And if they really like it, then to move them into buying it is fantastic. The fact that you've written something and people have gone out and bought it.
Oh, that is
fabulous.
Warms the soul. Is there a recipe to success that you follow in writing music?
Well, now I mainly do write for commercials, and we've just been very fortunate. We've just won the D&AD. Those are the top advertising awards worldwide.
Wow.
For a campaign we did for Skittles. Now, Skittles is a sweet.
Yeah.
So there were 3, and what we were given is we were given scripts. We were given scripts of like Facebook. Writing like hashtag, how are you doing, and all this. So we had 3 scripts like that, and our brief was, take this one script and do that as a country music piece. Take the next script and do that like a Disney musical. Take the 3rd script and do that like an opera piece.
Wow.
Nothing scanned. We just had all these different phrases, and so then we started. We looked at
no visual reference, just
nothing.
text.
Now this is all for. It was like a radio thing. So and it was for about 70, 80 seconds. Then we started, and then you sit down at the piano, and you try and get things to scan, and then you think about, okay, you've got to do this in an opera kind of style. So okay, so you work on the first one, then you get that to scan, and then you do a basic structure. And then we recorded that. So we do it like a full orchestral production opera. Get opera singers in to do it. Agency loved it. I think they were quite amazed because it actually worked so nicely as a musical piece. Because when we first looked at it, we thought, but this will work. But anyway, that was great. So we did that, and then we went through the same process to do like a Disney musical. We got the singers who were in the Jersey Boys, and Terence Sudding to do the female. So they were perfect.
Yeah.
Then we did a country one, which was really good. We got some American voices. We got Joseph Clark, and he's from Texas, he's a fantastic singer. Got him. We had 4 country kind of voices doing different little things. Hashtag. So it had to be kind of, but it also had to be funny and humorous, and we had a lot of little asides and comments and characters. in all my years of writing music for commercial bands, 30 years or something, I've done some music where, for like a TV commercial, where that music was put on the TV commercial, and that was won something in the D&AD, but you can't say it was because of the music, it was because of the commercial. But in this case, it was all our work, really, other than the original lyric. Everything, we did everything on these, and these won the pencils. So they have like I think 15,000 entries, and they choose 20, and it's worldwide. So we were, and out of the 20 we got 3 in the top 20.
Wow.
So we won a pencil, and then you get a pencil, and we won the 3 pencils, and we also got a graphite pencil, which is for the campaign craft award for so. That was fantastic.
That's awesome.
And then last week that same campaign won silver at the Cannes Awards. Now that's the second biggest advertising award in France.
Jesus.
Also worldwide. So that got a silver. That campaign got a silver there. So that's fantastic.
Word.
But quite frankly, it was really, really difficult. So when you write any kind of obviously in advertising you write according to a brief, agency brief. Occasionally they say, there we were given kind of a lot of leeway to say, look, these are the phrases, however you want to fit them. It's got to put in kind of structure, but and get them to work. But the amazing thing about music is maybe you can actually get anything to fit somewhere along the line. Often we get weird lyrics and think, but Clive wants these to be sung. Looking, okay, all right, but you can. You can always bend something around and get something to fit.
Yeah.
And so, and I think that is, and also, I think the most important thing in music also is knowing when it's right. That's very difficult for a lot of people.
I was just about to ask you that. How do you, when you're writing a song, do you just have a gut feeling that this is going to get acclaim? I mean, do you just feel the heart of the song and know?
Sometimes when you write, I wrote a song I had to do for the opening Monte Cassino. They wanted some kind of operatic kind of piece, and I wrote this song called Life is Beautiful, and it became quite a big hit.
Yes.
It was recorded by a lot of the ladies in the black and also Patrizia, the Italian singer, recorded it as well. And when I was writing it, the melody just felt kind of good. It kind of, when the whole thing just hung together nicely and flowed nicely, and it had nice chordal structures, nice chordal progression, and that one really just worked so nicely, and I thought that was going to be successful. Occasionally, the one time I really knew, you don't often have this, but one time I really needed to have a big hit, and I had this song in mind for, there was a singer here called Richard John Smith, he had been a popular South African singer, and then for a couple of years he hadn't had any hits. So I came up with an idea for him, and it was the old traditional folk song, Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and I took that and I adapted that. I put the Hallelujah chorus up front, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Michael Row the Boat Ashore, and I added some other little things into it. Did a production with it. This is in 1980. He was a great singer, and we put this thing together. And I spoke to my friend Clive Cord at that stage. And I said, Clive, I want you to do this with Richard. He's one of EMI's artists. And he said, okay, great. He originally was at EMI. In fact, he just sold his company 10 years ago for $3 billion. I'll tell you about that later. Anyway, so he said, no, he thinks it's a great idea, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did it with Richard. We did great production. Became the biggest hit. Yeah, it was double gold. It was #1 on the charts. When we had national, for 9 weeks. It was released in Holland, and it was massive. But I knew that was going to be a hit because it was like tailored. I based the kind of backing on a bit on the Boney M style at that stage, but that was popular. So there it was like tailored for that market, But,
sweet spot.
Occasionally you were single-minded about something, and certain things will be successful. It's like I was lucky enough to have some backers, and we signed Mango Groove in 1988, and they had some really, really good songs. And we thought, let's go in and do it. And then I brought a friend of mine over from England to produce them, in fact to engineer them. And he worked with Sinead O'Connor, so he was a great engineer. We got fantastic vocal performance out of Claire. And we were so fortunate that when we did, on the special style video, we did the special style video, we had the ANC flag in the special style video, but the ANC was still banned. They were unbanned on the Saturday. Our video came out. Our video came out on the Monday, and that album sold 250,000, 5 times platinum. And they, with Mango Groove, you knew that they were going to be successful because they had something different.
A lot of heart.
Claire's got magic in her voice. The style was unique at that stage. They gave a fantastic live performance. The stuff was different and it was like the new awakening of South Africa. It was just perfect for them. So that was exciting.
How do you bring out the best in an artist?
That's the producer's job, because you find a lot of singers. Some singers are very good live. Some singers are very good in the studio.
Yeah.
Not all that many singers are great in the studio and live. So the thing is, if you get a great live performer, like for example, Claire is a great live performer. In the studio, she needs, especially in the early days, she needed someone to get the best out of her. What Chris would do there is say, no one else is live in the studio, that's what Claire did, that was it, but he could relate to her. And also, you've got to be careful, because what do you want to get out of the recording? You want to get that perfect vocal take, and you get some producers who will go line by line and take all the solo of the track.
Yeah.
You get others who do like 6, 7 takes of the vocal and then comp it and put some auto-tune in. The most important thing is to be able to get them to feel comfortable to create that magical vocal take, because the amazing thing about music is a singer can sing the same song 5 times, but one of those takes is the one that gives you goosebumps, that has magic. And it's just how they feel at that particular moment, or how they interpret the lyric, how they hit those notes. And that is the magic of the music industry, when you get that take and you know, wow, that was great. You can listen to the other ones, you don't get goosebumps. That particular take is just so magical. And you think, wow, that is it. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what you got with Claire on things like The Country, that magic. Claire live also sparkles. I remember once I did a sing. In fact, going back to that Richard Johnson, Michael Rowe, the both. I first did a demo vocal on it, and he just sang it, and it sounded great. Then, and I played it to my brother, and he said, "No, it's fantastic." Then I got him in again to do it, and then I made sure that every line was perfect in tune. My brother said to me, "But it's lost a bit of its magic. It was the demo sounded so much better."
Wow.
I said, you're right. So I got Richard in again, and I said, "Richard, I just want to do one take with you. Just feel it, and don't think about it. Just sing the song as you want to sing it." And he did it, and that was the big hit take.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you have to be careful there. Sometimes you can,
over edit, or just maybe even the singer just does it so many times you just get into a pattern. You're not just letting it all loose.
Well, that's what Michael Jackson also said, that he didn't want to put down a perfect vocal take. He just wanted to put down a take that had magic. And there were a couple of little faults. Wasn't a problem. Because in those days they didn't really auto-tune it like they do now.
No, yeah.
You can have a little, like even on the Frank Sinatra, some of these great vocals, tuning's a bit out, but the magic was there. The whole thing about it is create the magic, because people out there, they can feel it. When the guy sings from the heart, and there's magic in that vocal take, that's it.
Even if his voice cracks or whatever,
a couple of little imperfections. Real. Well, that's one. And sometimes those imperfections are what creates magic. So sometimes when you write a song, and all of a sudden you hit a discord or you hit the wrong chord or whatever, you think, hey, but that was quite nice. And someone said, well, isn't that a bit weird? Yeah, but this just sounds a little different.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the magic. It's unpredictable.
Yeah. And how do you know when to edit or embellish? Like to push it a little more, or...
Well, that's the secret of great production, is to know when to stop.
Yeah.
For example, my friend Madlingozi, who used to be in a band with me at the Sleepy Hollow, he's the world's most successful producer. He did all Def Leppard, he did AC/DC and Shania Twain. Of course, he was
Yeah.
married to Shania Twain and wrote wrote most of the songs as well. What he does is he really crafts the song. He says the song has to have a hook in your intro. There's like an instrumental. Vocal comes in, verse, okay, that's chorus comes in, that's your hook. Then it'll go into like an instrumental break. If you listen to all that Shania Twain stuff, there are all these little musical hooks that are just great and exciting. Like he also wrote that, "Get out of my dreams into my car," Billy Ocean. Da 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 da. When you hear that, oh my God, what a great intro. And he was great at that. He would put little hooks in all over the place. You can't have too many hooks in. Obviously, all has to hang together.
Yeah.
And when you get to a point where that's it, that's the take, I've done it, and also make sure you don't clutter it.
Yeah.
There's some producers that keep adding things on.
Layering and layering.
Yeah. Prince said a great thing. Prince doesn't even use bass on some of these tracks. He said no, he only puts things into the track that actually need to be there. He said sometimes it doesn't need the bass line. He just likes that kind of sparse mix. He said he will only ever put the things in that he believes really needed.
Kind of
So I
like
think
Rodriguez, that's why people love his music so much. Some of it's just simple.
It's a bit Bob Dylan did that, you know.
Yeah.
It's all in the song. The magic. It's like we know this guy Seymour Stein, American Sire Records. Now he signed amongst others Talking Heads, the Ramones. That his big signing, of course, was Madonna. But he said years ago, it's a story. The guy was at Atlantic Records and he was a young guy and he was about to start in the music industry. And he said, "What makes a hit record?" And this was to Ahmet Üntegel, who's head of Atlantic. And Ahmet Üntegel said, "Look, you know, in that studio there, I've got Rod Stewart. I've got the best producer, obviously. I've got brilliant musicians. I hope it's going to be a great track. I know it's going to be a brilliant recording, but it's all about the song. That's it. If you don't have the song, you haven't got the hit. Doesn't matter what else you have. And that's the bottom line. It's all about that song. The magic is in the song.
Yeah, nothing else matters.
It's a nice song title.
Yes, yeah. Just slide it in there.
Yeah, and that's why you look at. That's why you see so many of the 50s, 60s songs. Locomotion has been done 8 times.
Yeah.
It's a hit every time. It's a hit song. Bridge Over Troubled Water. Those are great melodies. They live forever.
Yeah,
they are just
bang,
brilliant,
bang, bang,
brilliant
bang.
songs.
You know, something like that.
Yeah. So
yeah.
the magic is the bottom line. The music industry. What is it all about? It's about the song. It's about that melody, the song that captures the audience.
Awesome.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.